Yeah, after talking to a few people, I kind of made a pivot and just decided to go on the route of cutting the losses short, because I've been hearing that come up a lot. I've been hearing people just over trading or hanging on to losing trades. So I wanted to take a pivot of what I was originally going to talk about and go over, and I just wanted to make a pivot and kind of shift to this, because if we can't handle this, then it kind of don't even matter what I talk about. It don't matter what I show you, profitable or not. If you can't, because it really doesn't matter, because if I show you something that's winning even 80% of the time, then that means this is 20%. And sometimes that 20% worth of losses may be back to back, And even though whatever I'm showing you is 80% or 75 to 80% winning, that don't mean that you're taking all of the pips of that, winning trade. So that's another topic in itself. Like, why are you taking profits so quick? If that's a part of the game plan and the strategy, then that's, that could be okay. But if it's just because of emotions, then if you're taking profit 2 pips, 3 pips, 5 pips in profit, and you taking profit because you're scared or you're just not used to winning, well, then that's a problem. And that's a whole nother topic, that we could probably cover later if we need to. I don't want to do it just to do it. But cutting the losses short was something that I think that I needed to do. Because the losses, like I said, may come back to back. If you're taking 5 pips, 7 pips, 8 pips, and then the loss come along for 35 pips, and what if that loss come back to back? 2 days in a row, which we pray that don't happen. But what if it does? Ain't no telling when the losses is going to come up. We know that 20% this thing is going to lose. We don't know what that looks like. We don't know if that's spread out throughout the year. We don't know if that's throughout in 1 week. That's why we have to learn how to cut these losses short, because I don't want 35 pips to come in as a loss, and you only been making 15 pips over the whole week. 35 come, it wipes out your whole week profits and more. So we just got to figure out how can we stop this. Now, if you want the most of this, right? If you really want this training session, not this one, but even the ones for next week and the week after, if you really want to benefit from this the most, and you've been going through this, you need to send me screenshots. You could always go back. You don't have to do it in the heat of the moment. If you end up losing a trade and they went past your stop loss, you move, like whatever the situation is, send me a screenshot of that. And I can understand exactly what you're going through, as far as technical and psychological. I can understand and help you. But that's up to you. I can't do that part for you. All I can do is show you some stuff that's kind of general, and then some stuff that's specific to the way that we trade and how to cut these losses short. But I do recommend you to really get the most help you can get by sending those screenshots in. So the first thing is this. We know we got emotions in play in this thing. We got emotions. I tried to come up with a trading style that will eliminate a lot of the emotions, but it won't eliminate all of them. It won't eliminate all of them. It just won't. But I believe that if we have a solid trading plan, a trading strategy, a style or whatever, with the plan, then I believe that you can cut a lot of the emotions out if you really want to. Now I ain't gonna say you really want to, like some people just want to trade with emotions, because most people don't. But if you really want to, what I mean by that is if you really want to work hard at it. If you really want to work hard at it in eliminating the emotions and just go by what you know. Just trade what you know. Don't try to trade something you don't know. And don't try to like try something new that you haven't practiced. That's the part where we mess up at. We'll find out or hear something because what we're doing is boring. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying like what we're doing, but like whatever you're doing and you've been doing it for so long. That's what I mean by like trading can get boring. Because you literally have to get to a point where it's boring. You have to get to a point where catching 50 pips is just another day in the office. Or 15 pips, 20 pips is just another day in the office. This one came quick. That was boring. That 20 pips came too quick. That's boring, bro. I just woke up. I got 20 pips. Let me go jump in the market again. See, that's the emotional stuff. Now you faced with some drawdown on the next trade. And now you got to deal with cutting losses short when you really didn't even have to deal with it. You didn't even have to deal with it. So that's the part of the plan. The plan is to trade 1 or 2 times a day. All right. So if you catch one trade and you want to jump in on the second one, that's fine. But what's the plan? Is it taking the same lot size? The same full lot size as your first one? Or can you go lower on the second trade? Well, the name of the game is I got to make as much money as possible every time I trade. I feel you. I feel you on that. But trading is tough, man. And trading throw you so many curveballs. And trading is just get weird sometimes. And the movement becomes unpredictable sometimes. So I know you want to make as much money as possible all the time and every time you trade. But how many people at this point can kind of start to see that? Is everybody still newbies? Is everybody still newbies to where you haven't experienced that and you still on cloud 9 with trading? Or is some people over the honeymoon phase? Is some people on here over that lucky stage? This is a side note. Man, I remember when I was in that network marketing stuff and I had talked to this guy and he was new. He done trading before and he quit because he couldn't win. He couldn't sustain whatever he was doing. So then he was like, yeah, these guys seem like they know what they're talking about. So then he jumped on with me and my team, whatever, in that network marketing stuff I was doing many years ago. And he come in, I show him what to do, get him started. The next day, maybe like the next week, he got 50 trades already done in 1 week. He got 50 trades and they all like quick, like 3 pips, 5 pips. I'm like, what the heck, bro? It was almost so impressive that I was willing to have the conversation with him on how he did it. I'm talking about $1,000 coming from like a couple $100 account. I swear I am not lying. I knew better. I kind of knew better at that time to even entertain that. Because I knew I had to help him with his overtrading because he was not going to maintain that. And that was all the honeymoon phase. And I'm here to tell you today, he is not even trading. He has that addicting spirit about him. He got that addicting spirit. So he reached out to me a while ago, and I was scared to talk to him because I knew that he was gonna ask me, was I still trading? And I was gonna say yes. And he probably was gonna be like, let me get on. And then I was gonna have to be like, I don't know, bro. So then he would have got offended anyway. Because it's better for people to just stay out of this. But I can't control people's lives, really. But maybe I can help them by just ignoring that. And I'll get back to them later, So we got to get over that lucky stage. All right. And we got to get to the point where this becomes boring. So I'm trading the same way over and over and over, and I'm winning, but it's boring now. I want to tap into something else. On the extreme side, I want to tap into binary options. Oh, because I'm winning too much over here. It's too easy. I want to do this. I need some thrill back in my life. That is not what you want. And it don't necessarily have to be binary options. That was just an example. But that is not what you want. The same approach that you took with forex and the wins and losses, the same approach that you took and the journey is the same approach and the journey that you're going to have to take with this next thing. It ain't like, oh, I'm doing really good in forex and I'm consistent, or I'm being more consistent, and you think that you're just going to walk into that same level of success with the new thing. It's almost starting over and mastering this new thing. So that's how you're going to win. If you try something new, it's going to have to go through the demo stage. It's going to have to go through the hours and weeks of back testing. I try to come up with something that can take the emotions out mostly. All right. And that's what I'm showing you guys every single week. And the foundation of it, if we got new people on here, the foundation of it is our setups. That's the foundation. And then everything that I'm showing you every single week, every single month, is building on the foundation, because you can't just stop at the foundation. Literally, if y'all just shut it down and just trade the foundation of what we do, you will see some results, but it becomes like you're missing, you have holes in your understanding. You will have holes in your understanding because the market ain't just going to just do that easy like that. As you can see, and if anybody is on here for my live lessons, I have to pivot sometimes. I have to be like, oh, no, we can't do that because that ain't looking right. We got to pivot. And so you have to learn that type of stuff. So what about the making the small wins? Okay, let's talk about that right quick. What about the person that's scared and I sent out the trade setup and boom, we in entry. But he only take 5 pips and take out and he gone. But he really still want to get into another trade because he just realized, oh snap, I took profit too early. So he almost want to jump back in, but you can't do that. Some people will, and I have, and that is the dumbest thing in the world. Once the trade is going and you caught a good entry and you take profit, you're done. You got 5 pips, 5 pips, 5 pips. Good entries, but 5 pips because you come from a background where you're not winning a lot. So when you can see blue finally, and with less drawdown, you're like, I better take this, man, because this thing might lose on me. And you're not following the process. Well, why is it winning? Does it have more room to win? When we're trading live, we got to slow down. Listen to me. We got to slow down. We can't be, right there. Oh, I got to take this. You can't be like that. You got to slow down. Process. Look left. The first thing is look left. Okay, I'm in on this trade. Can I at least get 10 pips? Let's start there. Does this trade has room to get 10 pips? Write that down. Entry. Look left. Does this trade have room to at least get me 10 pips? Start there. Okay, 10 pips look good. So what are the parameters? It's going to be wicks to the left, right? What is this? Left or right? It's on the camera. If left is that way, you get what I'm saying. I know the camera be flipping, you know what I mean? But you get what I'm saying. Look left on the charts. Look for pivot points. Is there a pivot point at 10 pips? If there's a pivot point at 5 pips, then you probably don't even want to take the entry until you can guarantee that price is going to hold at that zone or the pivot, whatever it is. So if the pivot point is at 15 pips, then somewhere between 10 and 15 pips, I probably can get. Then you can look at the currency heat wave and see how that's moving at the last second. You know what I'm saying? You can look at that. But I want you, and then what time frame? All right, 15 minute, 30 minute, but you got to go back to the hour. Your time frames Okay, I'm talking about to the person that is taking profit too early. Look at the 15 minute, the 30 minute, and the hour. That is going to tell you everything you need in regards to should you close the trade too early, because it got to tie in, because you're going to take a loss. You're going to take a natural loss. And sometimes cutting your loss short is going to be 20 pips. Especially when you playing with GBP pairs. Is that good information for you? I think it is. You're trading GBP pairs. So you're really not going to get no 5 pip stop loss. Really? Unless the trade just went an instant profit, then you just got lucky on that. But I'm sure you didn't put a stop loss at 5 pips before you entered the trade. I'm sure you was looking low somewhere in the past and saw that stop loss should have been at 25 pips. 20 pips, 25, sometime 30. So you cutting your loss short is going to be between 20 and 30 pips. Sometimes you might get 15 pips. It depends on your entry. So you got to understand that. I've seen people wipe out their accounts because they hanging on to these trades too long. They hanging on to them. Sometimes I done it where I held a trade on for 2 days. It just kept going lower, and I kept finding another structure to the left. I'm like, all right, if it break this structure, I'm gonna take profit. It break the structure. I looked lower. I'm like, okay, now if it surely break this structure, I'm gonna close the trade. And then probably 3 structures later, I'm like, okay, now it's holding. Oh my God, bro, what are we doing? We could have been catching sales down there. You trying to hang on to this buy. Bro, enough of that, bro. That gotta, we gotta get past that. In order to find success in this, we gotta first know the trade setups. We have to know the way that we trade. You may trade the way that I trade, but you may have a twist to it. Okay? I really recommend you to trade exactly how I'm trading. If you want the results that I'm getting, if you want to build that intuition that I have gained, it's going to take time, but you need to kind of trade exactly the same way that I trade. But it's okay if you put a twist on it, but you have to know that twist like the back of your hand. Whatever that twist, you have to know my style, and whatever this twist is that you're adding, you have to know both of them like the back of your hand. You have to know, you know what? I've been in this trade for 30 minutes. This is about to lose. Because my winning trades don't even take that long. When I know that I'm winning, that's usually about 15 minutes or maybe 30 minutes. When you into an hour, let's say for an hour now, and market still ain't doing nothing, you probably in a losing trade. I want you to track that. Track that. Start tracking when you win. How long does it take? When you take your entry, how long does it take to get profit on your winning trades? Track it. See what you come up with. This is the work that people don't want to do, but they ain't going to be successful. But this is the work that you have to do. All right, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. I can't wait to trade live with y'all this week. We're going to be very disciplined. We're going to stick to our rules. We're going to follow the process, whether it's cutting the loss short or moving a stop loss and profit and letting the winners run. We're going to follow the process. I'm looking forward to it, team. I love y'all. And let's make this money, baby. Peace.